Couldn't hold that for much longer then.
No. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Live in the Lounge on a Friday. It's your first time here. Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
And once a week, we do a live, and it goes in this order: Saturday, Friday, Sunday. Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So last week we did Saturday night in the kitchen, 8:30, mukbang. We had a gorgeous steak dinner. Now it's the week later, Friday night, 9 p.m. in the lounge, chilled out, maybe a little bit shorter. And next week will be Sunday at 3 p.m. in the kitchen.
Doing something.
Making something. Anyway, welcome to you all, and thank you so much for joining us. We've had quite the busy day.
We have. It's been a busy day.
Today.
It's been a busy day. It's been a productive day. Some of you may have already seen the Tesco vlog. But that's what we spent quite a bit of time doing today in terms of doing the filming and then doing the editing, of course, and getting it up on the channel. Hope it's useful for as many people as possible.
Yeah,
and of course,
it's very in-depth.
It's very in-depth.
It's a big vlog. It's a very big vlog. We want to show as much as possible and, you know, help to maybe alleviate any concerns that people doing veganuary might have about what's available in supermarkets. Yeah. Or hopefully watching vlogs like that sometimes can make someone think, and has, do you know what, I'll give it a try, because there's loads of there.
Even if it's just that some people choose to start their journey by just switching out a couple of things, and then they realize how good this stuff is, and they're like honest with themselves, and they're like, you know what, I can bloody do this. I can do this because there's so much choice. So yeah, that's what today was all about. Decaf coffee and
a mint. Still got them mints you got us, Naomi. Although I think we're getting kind of low now.
There's probably about 10 or 15 left. But it was like a bucket of mints.
It was fabulous.
Fabulous indeed. Yeah. Hello to you all anyway. I know we said it at the start, but already 61 in the house. Our lovely mods are here as well, Ashley and Leanne. I think Ashley's having a few problems with the phone, so she said if she misses anything, she apologises.
Yeah, she might be in and out. Leanne's still working. Don't worry, guys. We can keep our own eye.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's always great to have you there watching out for us. But
Flanny says, we've really been enjoying the Tesco vlog. Just paused it for this live.
Yeah.
Nice. And thank you. Yeah. We enjoyed doing it. We were saying earlier on, just briefly, I think, when we were filming the segment for our meals vlogs, we were saying we didn't realise, and we rarely do, when we're doing the supermarket vlogs, we didn't realise how long we'd been in Tesco, and therefore how that would translate to what a bumper vlog it is, you know, in terms of all the stuff that we were able to show. But it's great. It's great. And if it helps some people during veganuary, like Paul said, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So how are you all doing? Are you looking forward to the weekend? And have you got anything planned for the weekend? It's always nice to know. Always nice to know. Sally. Hi both, great vlog today. I think I will be popping over to your Tesco because the one near me in Oldham is very poor.
Oh dear.
Fair dues.
Yeah, it's a cracker.
It is.
It really is. It's a very, very big store. Huddersfield Road in Oldham. It's massive. Just to reference James Edgington there said, can vegans smoke? Yes, they can. And there are vegan tobaccos out there. One of them is called American Spirit. It's an American brand. It contains nothing but tobacco and water, and is not and never has been tested on animals. Yeah. And it's available in every supermarket. And of course, vaping is vegan, which is where I'm trying to head at the moment. And well,
same,
both are, aren't we?
Same. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's the way forward, isn't it? It's the way forward, and ultimately
not disposable vapes.
No,
by the way.
No, that would be silly. I think they're going to be banned soon.
Yeah.
And rightly so. Do you know what I mean? We do our best. You know what? No one's perfect. No one's perfect, but it's a journey. And certainly over the Christmas period, I'm actually really proud of us, to be honest with you, because we did have like 4 or 5 days off, anything relating to health over Christmas.
Oh, of course.
But
you do, don't
we
you?
pretty quickly got back into our routine.
Yeah, we're back doing our sit-ups and our press-ups, which we do nightly. Of course, back at work, which for me means a lot of walking. Some days not so much, but other days I'm like stomping all day long, so that's physical activity as well. And just getting back onto eating a bit better. Yeah, not necessarily healthier, although I think our standard diet is quite the mix of kind of yeah, we have vegan junk food, but if we have a vegan junk food item, the rest of the plate we will try to make salad or veg or whatever. We have a lot of vegetable intake.
We do, yeah, and I mean it's the standard stuff. I think that probably a lot of yous do as well. You know, we've kind of been mindful of just trying to balance things in terms of getting a little bit more sleep, even if it's just going to bed half an hour earlier, slightly reducing our alcohol.
Birds,
we are night birds.
It's like we've been so used to going to bed at 1:30 in the morning for years, and now we're getting up at 7:30 4 of those days. Yeah. So yeah, it's just gonna affect.
It's just who we are. We're busy guys.
Can anyone recommend a vegan what?
I'm not sure what that is, James.
James, you might need to write that again. I'm not sure what you've tried to ask there.
When I read it at a glance, I thought you'd said vegan. I thought it said vegan chutney, but I'm not sure what it is. Catching up with the chat just briefly, because I did ask the question. Becca is going to a vegan cafe in a beautiful building for brunch in Leicester tomorrow. Waffles and pancakes. That sounds lovely, Becca.
Matty says, well, I'm having a great weekend off, so I'm thinking date night tomorrow, which with the wife. Gorgeous.
Nice.
Love that you're thinking that.
Yes.
And I might nip to Glossop and have something to eat at Thrive. You've probably been, but it's so good. We haven't.
We haven't, Matty. We haven't been to Thrive. Not actually heard of it.
Is it a vegan place, Matty, or is it veggie vegan, or does it just have a good vegan selection?
The only place that's on my radar for Glossop that we definitely need to get to this year is the Globe in Glossop.
Yeah, we've been saying that for so long.
We need to get to the Globe this year, definitely. It's a little bit of a drive out for us, but it's only about 45 minutes.
It's all vegan and amazing. Yeah, never even heard of it.
Nice one, Matty.
So thank you for putting that on our radar.
Yeah. What's it called again?
Let them know tomorrow. Hey, I'll put you on some YouTubers' radar. They might come from you.
Thrive, it's called. Thrive. I've got to try and remember that. Oh, that's brilliant. Alex says, you guys must be superhuman. How are you in sleeveless top? I'm in my clothes and my thick dressing gown and the heating is on. There's still a slight chill. You know what? It's not been too bad here today.
No, I think it's this house, to be honest, Alex. The house that we lived in before this was the vicarage. I'll just leave you with that one for a minute. And it were old and freezing. And when the Church of England discovered that the vicar had rented the house to a homosexual couple, they, without warning, moved him to a different part of the country and gave us an eviction notice, which were good because it was free. It was such a cold, damp house.
It's horrible.
And we weren't very lucky, because the reason we moved here is that my dad had been given 10 months to live, and he lived 6 doors away. My mum still does, clearly. And that's why we moved here. But it's a great house and it's really warm, isn't it?
It is.
It's
the most modern home that we've lived in over the years. I mean, the house that we
definitely.
lived in before the vicarage, I remember
it was a 1940s terrace.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice in a lot of ways, in a lot of traditional ways. It was quite nice. Like the front room, the kind of posh front room was very nice. But I remember trying to screw something in one of the bedrooms upstairs, and like it was like there wasn't it wasn't insulation in the walls. It was
weird. It was like plaster and horsehair.
Yeah, very strange.
Very strange.
Anyway.
That was a TVG tangent.
Angela says the shopping vlogs are all fab. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. We try our best. We do, and it's difficult sometimes.
I was gutted today. You'll notice the text on the end of the vlog saying, oh, worth noting, but not shown. about the personal care products, because by the time we got to the free stuff, I was done, because it was reasonably busy and it's waiting for people to not be around you so that you're not bothering anybody, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
As best you can, any road. I still enjoy doing them though, because I get to have a right good look, and I'm like, all right, if I fancy a prawn cocktail, I know I can go to Tesco and buy them prawns. I think they've got them in Asda as well. So we've got Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, and maybe M&S coming up this month.
Yeah. Hopefully with a couple of other things interspersed.
Yeah.
You know, little, short stuff, shorter stuff than big shopping vlogs. Ashley is off tomorrow randomly. Roots are really low at the minute, so we're just trying to go with the flow. That's nice. That's good.
Good.
That's really nice.
Have a nice break.
Adam says, I second that about your Tesco. I mean, a blooming Greggs inside Tesco. Mind blown.
There's a Greggs inside our smaller, shitter Tesco, nearer to us. I will say it's in Failsworth, because it's not like disrespect to any of the staff. It's not their fault that it's not managed as well as others. It's not stocked as well as others. And sometimes you have to go in. That bothers me. You have to go inside to get a basket, because the stands for baskets outside isn't on there. I hate that. Especially when you go in and there's piles of them. And you're like, hello.
Oh, of course. Yes. I remember, Tracy. I think you mentioned this, I think, on last Saturday's mukbang. Tracy and Leroy. Just a chill day / evening as we're recovering from a 500-mile round trip journey. Did in one day to visit with Leroy's dad.
Yeah, bless you both.
Wow. I mean, 500-mile round trip in a day is full on. I don't think I've ever done that amount in a day. I've done Taunton and back? That was probably the biggest drive that I've done, and that was pretty epic. But 500 miles in a day is just unbelievable. Rest and chill indeed. Matty says, you shall burn in hell. Oh dear. Nice. Jeanette says, busy weekend for me. Need to get compost and other things for the garden, then seed sowing, and maybe a trip to the cinema. Nice.
Lovely.
And Joseph says it was -48 with wind chill in Edmonton this morning.
Oh God.
It doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
Yeah, we're gonna need. No, we've got some compost, I think, down there at the allotment that we need to bring up when we go down to finish off down there.
We've got quite a few bits to bring back.
Yeah,
definitely. I don't want to, I want to bring back everything that we own, basically. Even we've got our strawberry stacky thing down there as well, haven't we? So
yeah,
definitely want to bring that. Great question. We've been asked it many times over the years. If you have a look on the channel, we've got an entire vlog dedicated to our tattoos.
Oh, we do. If you just type in those vegan guys tattoos, you'll find our tattoo vlog, and we go through them all and tell you when we got them, why we got them, what they mean. So yeah, we did that a few years ago, didn't we? We'll probably look right young. Oh, it's been out the last few years.
Don't be YouTubers. In the early days when we back in like the first couple of years of the channel, when we were saying everybody should have a vegan YouTube channel. Imagine if everybody had a vegan YouTube channel, the world would be changed. We don't recommend it. It's graft. It's graft. You don't get a lot of sleep. Francesca, hi guys. In fact, let me do that. Hi guys, started a vegan diet a couple of months back and your videos have been super helpful. Thank you guys so much. Struggling the most with cheese. Can you guys recommend a cheese that melts well? Funnily enough, links with what you said in Tesco's today, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're talking about it in the Tesco's vlog. Yeah, but it's not a taste factor for Francesca. So maybe she's already all right with the taste. She just wants one that melts well. So Applewood, see, it can go a bit liquidy.
You've got to experiment, I think.
I think the best one that I've tried that's melted on a piece of toast and bubbled and browned was plant-based Cathedral City.
It's pretty decent,
to be honest, and it's the only one that gave me pins and needles in my cheek chin muscles, which is what strong cheese used to do.
Yeah,
it's the only vegan cheese that's ever done that. I was proper like, oh, that's gorgeous.
And Caroline, on a similar note, says best vegan cheese that isn't too strong. I would perhaps recommend the Violife.
Yeah, Violife Original.
It's not too strong, is it?
No.
Mind you, I don't think the Cathedral City is that strong, but it's stronger than any other on the market.
Or if you want a very, very mild spread, the Via Life spread, which is, I suppose, their Philadelphia alternative. Got some in the fridge right now. That's like so mild, it's unbelievable.
I was going to try and answer that then, that Lozzie has said, but then I realised it doesn't have a question mark. It's merely a statement. Best vegan channel. Thank you, Lozzie. Thank you. Matty, Failsworth Tesco really is crap. Gorton too. Yeah, Failsworth's not great, to be fair. It really isn't.
Matty, are you the guy that works at Aldi? If so, or if that guy watches anyway, thank you for the heads up about the new stuff coming in, because we did a top-up video last week. So we did Aldi first this year. Then we did a big Lidl with an Aldi top-up at the end. So yeah.
Eco Rider, that is an interesting question, but I'm no expert when it comes to dietary requirements of a dog, but it's an interesting question. As a vegan, can I still feed my dog human food, meat, or is investing meat for pets still bad? We feed our cat food.
Yeah.
But then cats are obligate carnivores.
They do say that dogs can be vegan, but I mean, being realistic in the world these days, it's like if your dog is used to a certain diet, and they have short lives anyway, and times are hard at the moment, we can't all triple the cost of something or quadruple the cost of something. It's a bit like the medicine situation. You're offered a medicine that's been tested on animals. Do you take it? Yes, you do, because you need to take medicine to get you better when you're unwell. You should feed your dog and your cat.
Yeah, that's it, innit? That's it. Leanne says, fully here now, few hell of a week. I'm glad you sorted, Leanne. I'm glad you, just put it on the shelf. Forget about it for as long as you can. Hopefully for the whole weekend, but knowing you, I don't think that'll be the case, will it? Adam, a couple of points Adam makes, both valid, absolutely. Well, one's a question. Has anybody found the extra mature Cathedral City yet?
No. We've been looking for it as well, Adam.
Need that in our lives.
I haven't found it anywhere yet, buddy.
Need it in our lives.
Just the original one, and Via Life Cheddarton, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But I'm dying to try the Cathedral City.
And Adam
style one
also says, can't believe you haven't scratched that itch for a new tattoo yet. Got my next one beginning of February. I have got an itch that I've had for a while, and it's just a matter of finding the right tattoo artist and allocating a little bit of budget to it to go and get it done. I've wanted, and it's never gone away, I want the Pink Triangle Theatre logo tattoo. I still want that doing, and I'm going to get that done, I think, this year at some point.
Francesca, if you're craving the stringy pizza vibe, we've shown it in today's vlog. Tesco do a bag of mozzarella style grated. You can always try that on toast.
Yeah.
If you want that melty, because I've heard that melts quite well.
Matty is sat in a truck as he works for United Utilities. So there you go. Jeanette found the baby bells in Aldi this week.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful. Quick update, by the way, for any of you that saw the Aldi vlog. If you may remember, we picked up the, what are they called? Toaster. Pop-Tart rip-offs.
Yeah, what they're called, I can't remember what they're called.
They're nice anyway. I had them randomly for breakfast
ones.
The other morning. It wouldn't be an every morning breakfast by any means, but just if you just occasionally just want something quick and different, I literally just had 2 of them with some blueberries on the side, and it was just a sweet, quick breakfast. But yeah, they're quite nice.
You said it were a bit too sweet though, didn't you?
Bit too sweet. Yeah, I can see how the kiddies might like it.
Can you do some merch with bars? Hashtag those vegan guys on the back, please. I shall think about it. We don't actually, we barely sell any merch at all.
These days, we don't sell a lot, do we?
No, not at all.
It's not something that we push massively either.
We don't push a lot of things though on this channel. You'll notice we don't do sponsored content. We don't do sponsored ads.
No.
We do have ads on our channel through YouTube. But that's barely. But we don't do sponsored stuff
No.
like a lot of channels do, because I'd feel a bit fake.
That's just it, isn't
Unless
it?
it was something I genuinely loved.
Yeah. Occasionally people will send us stuff, and there's no obligation, and we'll kind of review it, or we'll do like an unboxing or whatever. And that's really nice when people do send us stuff. It's very rare though. Leanne is shelved and done. I'm not logging on till Monday.
But she's very lucky because their Tesco has got the extra mature, and it's very bitey.
Oh, that's what we want.
So it bites the inside of your cheeks.
That's what we want.
Uh,
Jeanette's got it as well.
I'm sick of you all.
Nice. Caroline tried the oat barista milk after you said it was nice in coffee on a video, and now it's my favourite.
Oh, fantastic.
Excellent.
We've got Mum and Dad Brom to thank for that.
Yes.
Because they made us a brew with it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Hiya, Mum and Dad Brom, if you're watching.
I love
yous. I'll give you a call tomorrow. See you over the weekend.
Oh,
much love.
The chat's just gone really fast.
Well, we've got 89 in, which is about right for a Friday night. It's always a little bit more chill.
Top twists. Thanks, Ashley. You're a good egg.
Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, top twists. I tell you what, there's a lot of people that are rightfully upset at the plethora of vegan items that we have available local to us, particularly people that are outside of the UK.
Oh, Simon. Well, I'm sorry you're jealous of our Tesco, but I think it's wonderful to hear that you've decided to go vegan, and I'm glad that we've helped a little bit with that.
Yeah.
Nice one.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome, Simon. Nice one. And we're here for you, and this community is here for you.
Well, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. No. Once you're in, I'm done.
Nice. Excellent stuff.
Oh, you do the leaning now. I'll get a little wine. Oh, we'll get to use our new Christmas glasses.
Oh.
So
you have coffee and a mint?
You've seen that. You've seen that part.
Do you think?
Now watch what happens. Oh, sorry.
Married to that. I had a momentary panic then because our battery thing came up with some kind of warning.
You can show them and
I'll wait when you come back in. We'll do the reveal in a minute.
Well, I'm just gonna watch these cups.
Okay. Yeah, the battery thing came up, but it was because I'd hovered the mouse over it, and we're fine. It's on 82%, and we're plugged in, so we're not going anywhere just this minute. Let's catch up with the chat. Oh, it's shot up to 94. 94 of yous. Welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. It's a chilled one on a Friday, as it always is. Open to answering any questions that you might have within reason, be it vegan related or otherwise. Tracy and Leroy. We've raised all three of our dogs plant-based, initially for health reasons. Our oldest rescue had allergies, but when we became plant-based, it seemed the only logical, ethical choice for us personally. Nice one, Tracy.
Yeah, I know. Bev's done the same with Daniel Spaniel.
Yes.
He's fully plant-based. No, loads of people. But that's what I'm saying is, what I don't ever want us to do is shame people to do something that will be financially much more difficult for them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you can feed your dog vegan and you can easily afford to do that, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Totally. Alex says, all right, folks, how is everyone on this fine evening? We're doing all right, Alex.
Oh, Tracy, by the way, I wasn't saying you were trying to shame anybody into. I was saying that's why I'm not a big pusher of it. And when people ask, I'm always like, I try and give a balanced answer. You know what I mean? You knew I wasn't picking at you. Love you.
James asks, are Mum and Dad Brom vegan? They don't describe themselves as vegan, and we wouldn't necessarily describe them as vegan, but they have made huge strides.
They're pretty much
95%.
they're 95% plant-based.
Yes, that's fair to say.
Is what they are.
They've done amazing
They
over
have
the
done
last couple of
amazing.
years.
And right, enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
So
isn't it?
age is not a bloody age is now. I'm not saying you're old, bro. No, don't start.
No. You can change at any time, I suppose, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
You can change
Now-
at any time. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes,
Right,
here,
so
let me give you
Flanny
that.
got us these gorgeous glasses, a decaf coffee and a mint, followed by wine engraved. You can't see it, but honestly, it's engraved right in there. And so these are our Friday night wine glasses, our Friday night vlog wine glasses specifically. These will only be used on these lives because that's when we do exactly that. Thank you, Flanny. I'd like to say cheers.
Seeing where we're up to. It's about, I think we're up to about there actually. So yeah, let us pour us a bit of wine. I'm a bit weirded out by the shape of the glasses.
Why?
You know, because it's an unusual shape. So I'm like, do I pour sort of halfway? Because the bottom's very narrow, isn't it?
Well.
Do you fill a glass like this?
No,
That's about right,
that's
isn't it?
lovely.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you, by the way, and I may as well, well, everyone else is here, 102 in the house. I was in work the other day, randomly. Somebody brought in one of the Star Trek 3D chessboards.
Ah, well.
It was beautiful. It was like a collector's item. It was stunning. I was like, I'm a Trekkie, but you know what? I can play normal chess. No idea how to play 3D chess. Not a clue. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it?
Yeah. Lovely.
Oh, nice. These are lovely glasses.
You see, and it's just under the engraving so you can still see it.
Cheers.
Cheers, my love.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, Flanny.
Ooh, it's got a nice ring to it.
Lovely.
Oh, and most importantly, it's a lovely glass to drink out of.
And show the wine.
Oh, we are on nothing special this evening. It's from Tesco's. It's a lateral Chilean Pinot Noir.
And it's clearly marked vegan.
Yes,
On
on
the
the back. I'm not sure how much it is. I think I've got $4.50.
It's around
4.50.
that.
Cheap and cheerful.
It's around that mark.
You know us. Cheap and cheerful.
So we've had leftover gardener's pie for dinner tonight with peas and sweet corn, and I made some gravy for it because when you warm it up a second time it dries a little bit more, so I made a gravy for it tonight. That was tonight's dinner, and we tried the new La Vie ham, but not the smoked one. That's still in the fridge, on a sandwich when we got back from Tesco's today, with half a packet of barbecue rib crisps from Walker's, the new
Vegan crisps.
and it was a lovely lunch.
It was, and that Levy.
That La Vie ham is gorgeous.
It's very good.
Well worth trying.
Very, very good. Caroline says, is Hellman's the best vegan mayo? Is it? I don't know if it is, necessarily. You're a bit more of a connoisseur when it comes to mayo. I'm kind of like, I'll have any mayo and I'm pretty happy, generally.
Yeah.
You're a little bit more fussy, aren't you? So that's why I divert the
I
question
think
to you.
Heinz and Hellman's are kind of on an equal par when it comes to vegan mayo, but the best one, unfortunately, you can't get in this country anymore. It was the Follow Your Heart.
Yes, follow your heart. Yes,
It's
yes,
great.
yes.
It's beautiful.
This is lovely. Angela says, Liz and I were in B&M Bargains. We couldn't remember what to look out for, so we just watched an old shopping vlog, which helped enormously for the next visit.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Excellent.
B&M Bargains is very good for that, you know, the skinny food court.
Oh, yeah. They got a lot of stuff in there, haven't they?
Yeah, quite a lot. And a lot of it is always marked vegan when it is, always.
So, Simon the Watch Guy, interesting question, because, you know, what floats one person's boat doesn't necessarily float another person's boat. Anyone know if the Pucker pies, vegan pies, are better than the Linda McCartney pies? Was not a fan of the Linda McCartney pies.
They are gorgeous. They're
great.
The Pucker pies are
Absolutely
gorgeous. We bought two in the Tesco vlog today because we've had the minced beef and onion, one before a few times, or minced steak and onion. This is just steak style pie, new vegan pucker steak style pie. Somebody was telling me about it the other day, so I'm right glad I saw them today for £1.50 in Tesco. What we do, Simon, we always factor cost, because it always gets factored by people who are reluctant to try veganism. So we always factor cost into it. It's like, for example, Tesco's own,
I was just about to mention them.
no meat pies. You get 4 in a box for less than £3. Now, for pride, they're smaller than Linda Max, but they're nice, aren't they?
They're nice, and if I remember rightly, the pastry's really nice.
Yeah. And we noticed today they had a new one as well, a no steak pie in a box of 4.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Try a few.
Yes, indeed.
Try a few, buddy.
Experiment. As we often say in our shopping vlogs, it's an adventure. Tom Hemmings is in the house. Evening, chaps. Evening, all. Thank you for being here, Tom.
Good evening.
Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Okay. I think quite a few people are positive about the pucker pies. But it is personal taste, like we say.
Oh, Becca just said the Aldi pies are really good. I wonder if they're going to become a core item with them being a freezer item.
I would hope so.
I would hope so as well. I suppose it depends how well they do, but they might have already earmarked them for January only.
Yeah. Nice one. Nice one, Simon. Good question. And I hope you get sorted out and you find what's right for you. Because going back to the conversation we were having before about the milk, and a couple of people had said about the oat milk from Aldi, I think it's really great, particularly in the early days on your vegan journey, when you find something and you just like, massive tick in the tick box. That's the one. For us, it was back in the day, cocoa milk, KO.
Alex, are they pint glasses?
No.
Yeah, look at it in comparison to my hand. It's just a wine glass. It's just a little
fancy. It's a fancy wine glass.
It's a little fancy wine glass.
Yeah.
Although I'm not supposed to a pint of wine.
Ah, nice. That's nice to read from Simon. It's lovely wine and lovely wine glass. You know when you've got a really good wine glass that kind of encourages you to carry on drinking? It's a bit like that.
Simon, I'm not sure if I said it in that vlog. I think I did. But if you're coming from eating scrambled egg and you want to try scrambled tofu, if you liked your scrambled egg on the dry side, then go for like a cauldron. It would work great with cauldron type tofu. However, if you were a soft scrambled egg lover, try this silken firm tofu in a box, never in the fridge. It's always shelf staple on a shelf somewhere, and that makes fantastic soft style scrambled tofu. So I suppose that goes out to everybody out there in the world.
Adam says, anybody watching Traitors on BBC One? That's not that post office documentary, is it? Is that the one about? No. No, we're not, Adam. We're not. Is it good? And Tom says, the lateral wines have been totally out of stock for weeks at our Tesco. We have similar, Tom, with the Penguin Sand stuff at Sainsbury's. Sometimes they've got like the whole range in. And they've had a couple of new ones in recently. I think they've introduced a pinotage quite recently, which is nice. But then it just goes.
Why is Leanne written the word porn followed by loads of exclamation marks and then the greatest side ever? Not the greatest side ever.
I don't know.
I have to look back and see what's going on.
It could be, I was going to say it could be in relation to something else.
You've lost me there, Martha.
Will and Chris, Will in the house. You lovely people. Sorry we're late. You are here. That is the most important thing.
It's not obligatory.
It's not obligatory.
But we always appreciate a visit.
We do. It's always nice, to be honest, we always get more people than we think we're going to get. even after all these years. We've got 109 in the house. If you are enjoying the live stream and this chilled out vibe this evening, please do consider giving the live stream a thumbs up. It helps us tremendously.
Lazzy Lou asks, what does everyone make with tofu? Have you seen the tofu vlog I did recently, which is an edit from a live stream we did, where we make scrambled tofu, egg mayo salad kind of with tofu, fried egg style sandwiches, and crispy baked, all in one vlog.
It's great. It's great and well worth watching. Yeah, it's a mini masterclass, if I dare say.
James says the Beyond Meat sandwiches are really nice.
Sausages.
Sausage.
The Beyond Meat
I won't
sausages.
mind. My brain said sausages. My mouth said sandwiches. It's because I was thinking of sausage sandwich.
Yeah. Alex got ripped off for oat milk at Costa.
Oh yeah, 45p extra for plant milk. It's ridiculous, isn't it? They need to stop with this. Costa, sort it out, or we'll all stop coming.
Yeah. Yeah, Will and Chris, hope you're both doing well, by the way. Hope all is well in your lives, and it would be lovely to touch base with you later this year at some point. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
Flanny says the naked mayo is also a good one. I didn't know they did one, Flanny. As in the company, naked like the tofu? No, that's not called naked, is it? There's so much these days.
There is, isn't there? Angela, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. It's so good, isn't it? It really is. I've been watching Star Trek Prodigy, really enjoying it. The music, the graphics, and great stories too.
Isn't it? And great characters, aren't they? Great characters.
So good.
It is. It's fabulous.
Gleanne says, Pucker are the Rolls Royce of pies. Nice. They are decent. There's no getting around that. Excuse me. Oh, just scroll up a tiny little bit. Caroline says, channels similar to yours. Caroline, you know what? That's a really good question. And it's a tricky one to answer. I would lean towards people who are down to earth like us, even if the content isn't exactly the same.
Yeah.
Lisa the Vegan.
I'm going to be really honest with you and say, if channels are too similar to ours, we move away from them, because I don't ever want to be influenced by anybody to do anything. I definitely never want to copy anybody, because I think it's a terrible YouTube thing that happens all the time.
Yeah.
So like you just said, Lisa the Vegan, fantastic down to earth content. I used to love watching Cheap Lazy Vegan, and I still love Rose. I love her to bits. I can't stand people who use front and side cameras. I think it's so pretentious.
You've got a weird thing about that, haven't you?
I have. I really have.
This Paul's thing.
It is. If it were TV's a different thing. When it's YouTube, I'm like, come on. And I shouldn't really, because good production values are good production values. It's a personal bugbear, and I own it.
I would also say, Caroline, Lisa the Vegan is fabulous. So yeah, like Paul was saying before, so the content maybe isn't the same as ours necessarily, but it's vegan and it's down to earth. And I would also say No Egg Craig is brilliant, and he's down to earth, totally chill, lovely family.
And you'll find channels, our friends, and Garrett's Live,
of course,
the library is open. There's quite a few channels linked in the description of every video, right down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's only the top bit that changes in the description of the videos, because there's a lot of links and info, and
yeah. Lots of questions tonight, and I like that. I like it when there's lots of chat, lots of comments, and lots of questions. James says, are you guys planning to visit Fars this year? James, the simple answer is, I really hope so.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do the barn and Fars again.
Yeah.
In one little trip.
I would love to do that again.
It would be good to do that, and I think we're going to, because we have said very specifically that rather than buying material things, we want to invest our hard-earned money any we have spare on experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes things like a weekend down, a visit to Fars, a trip to the barn. We love doing things like that.
Yeah. And
last year we really started to do more things like that. And I can't see that trend changing, because life goes on. Heart breaks into. Sorry.
Well, yes. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They are gorgeous. We love them.
Can we just shout out Ben Platt, please, and his album Reverie, because it's beautiful. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It
is. He's a singer's singer, but completely accessible to anybody, even if you're not a singer, you know.
Now's the part of the evening where we like to talk about great things you might have watched on the TV of late. And of course, we're going to share a couple of things with you, what we have watched and what we might have enjoyed.
There's only really like one thing, isn't there?
Well, yeah. We're back watching season 3 of Picard.
Got to watch it again. Had to.
So we've started watching it again. We're already on episode 6 next.
Yeah.
But we watched a movie, like, it's been in our watch list. Is it Netflix?
No, it's Disney.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
It's been in our watch list for ages. It's called The Reason I Jump. Now, it's a really enlightening documentary about autism. So there are several characters, not characters, real people, but they're characters, lovely characters, whose stories are shared, interwoven between the narrated words of a book written by a 13-year-old Japanese non-verbal autistic boy, and I wish I could remember his name, Nasaki something, and his words are so that's how you feel, that's what you see.
Powerful stuff.
Absolutely brilliant. So if you've got Disney Plus, The Reason I Jump,
it's brilliant.
Is more than worth a watch.
Yeah, and it's only, I think, an hour and 20.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's not, you're not looking at 2-3 hour, marathon. Tom makes an interesting observation. Has anyone tried the re-released Greg's steak bake? We're pretty sure it's changed as it had chunks in, but we preferred it when it had mince as it was more saucy. We've not tried the new one yet, but I think it does divide opinions, doesn't it? Some people like chunks and therefore a bit more texture. And I think some people, as you say, Tom, like it a bit more saucy. No harm in that. Chat is thick and fast this evening.
It sure is.
Loving it. Loving it. Anthony, thank you for sharing that. That's really handy. I'm just reading it now. Top 4 vegan finds. I shall share that so other people can see it in case they missed it. Yes.
Oh, so the Aldi dark chocolate biscuits. Now, we are saying to people, do check your labels, because a couple of people have checked and they've got milk in. It's like they've got 2 different providers that provide to different parts of the country.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky up here that our ones don't have milk in anymore, but they did.
They did.
Not to. First they didn't, then they did, then they didn't, then they did. Now they don't.
And Will has confirmed that that it has changed. It is chunkier. Yes. I'll get around to having it at some point, I'm sure. I've not been in any huge rush, to be honest with you. And also the Greg's that's near where I work in terms of doing lunchtime taste tests.
Of course. So sorry, Liam. Peas and sweet corn. Peas and corn porn. You said last vlog. I'll remember next time. Oh, and I thought you were going to recommend a right good mucky.
Mucky. Oh dear. It's funny. See, this is why Michelle, welcome, by the way, welcome from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA. This is why we ask people to thumbs up the live stream, because people find us whilst we're live streaming on YouTube. And the more that we can spread the down-to-earth vegan message to people all over the world, that ultimately is our goal and our intention. You know, just to live on a fairer planet and have a better society. Save the animals.
Ask, really, is it?
Look out for each other. You know, get rid of billionaires.
Michelle, it was a lovely movie, wasn't it? Good grief. On Netflix. And thank you. Thank you very much. Lozzie recommends Lidl's unsweetened soy milk for 50p. Thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah, I've been quite impressed, to be honest with you, with the proper cheap soya milks. The one that I've got, I'm having on sale at the moment.
Like Aldi's vegan ham. Or
just a similar price. I think it was about 50p. I don't know whether I got it from Tesco or Sainsbury's. It was like proper budget soya milk for my cereal in the morning, but it's great. Really, really good. Alex, yeah, we saw the seasonal aisle at Tesco's today. I was like, what's the next season? And Paul was like, it's Easter. And lo and behold, it's not stocked full, but there is some Easter stuff there already. Yes. That is consumerism, isn't it? That is, that's just the way that it works all over the world. Line us up for the next one.
Better Naked. Where'd you get that from, Flanny, for the mail? By the way, we're trying to get through the chat now. But we're quite far up, I think.
It's quite a bit, isn't there? It's quite a bit. We'll do our best. We'll do our best. If you've got a burning question, an absolute burning question that we may have missed, you may have to copy paste it, pop it back in, stick some question marks on the front and the back so it really pops and we notice it.
Oh, we've got more Ben fans. Yay.
Yay.
Jennifer and Francesca. Have you guys heard Reverie? The album Reverie? Oh, so good. Powers our mornings on the way to work at the moment. Isn't it, Will and Chris? Picard season 3, it really is epic. Absolutely.
Oat milk, not old milk. Oh, nice one, Piccolo. That's good to know. Tofu Double O are doing an already made tofu scramble with black salt. I've just ordered from Ocado. Andy.
Who do?
Tofu. TOFO. Tofu.
Oh, yeah. I think it's been a while. I think it's been around for a while. It's in a box, isn't it? I think it's that one. Oh, Caroline, thank you for becoming a member of the channel, and now you get to use all our ridiculous emojis.
Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. Always appreciated. Appreciate the support in all its forms, however it comes. We always say it, but yeah, thank you. Thank you for becoming a channel member. We're catching up. We're catching up.
There we go.
We caught up.
Yeah, we've caught up now. So if we missed a question, you may ask it again.
Dorcas is in the house. Hello, Dorcas, and thank you for being here. Better late than never, indeed.
Indeed, a plethora of vegan products in. And Tesco was great today. I think it just proved the point that very much so vegan is accessible and affordable, and it's right there in your local supermarket, and you can get your full week shop, no problem. Oh, I saw something. I'll tell you about this. I saw it was I think it was might have been a reel on Instagram, but basically the gist of the matter was that this test had been done with 3,000 and odd people, where they'd been offered 2 boxes of food. So one was labelled as omnivore, and one was labelled as vegan. So they measured how many people took each one. Then they changed the vegan one to healthy and sustainable. and then they changed it again to something else, and it's the word vegan that people are,
Of course it is,
opposed to and afraid of. But here's the thing, so get the over it then. Not our problem. Deal with that in yourself.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, if a word stops you from wanting to try something or immediately push you, there's something wrong, and it's not our fault.
Yeah, totally agree.
Ridiculous.
Totally agree. Because in my head, when I hear the word vegan, I see in my head the image of the word vegan, and then next to it equals, and then next to it cruelty free. I always think of cruelty free. You've got the cruel version, the death, and you've got the cruelty free version. Ivan, pertinent question, because we've had it recently. Hi, beautiful souls. How did you find Aldi's fake, vegan fake salmon? I had it tonight, topped with a stuffed large open mushroom.
It was a bit too much for me.
I wasn't too keen on it, to be honest. Personally, it wasn't texturally. It was a bit iffy for me. It's not something I would rush to buy again.
But fish was never it's like, even in omnivore days, years and years ago, when it was fish, it was white fish in batter. Do you know what I mean? But it was okay. I can imagine that people who were really into smoked salmon were really into smoked salmon and have gone vegan and want that memory taste will be like, yes, I think so.
Yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Joseph has successfully accessed the emojis. Successfully accessed. Well done, Joseph. Well done. Excellent stuff. Yeah, Flanny, odd when people are offended by 5-letter word rather than 4-letter words. Yes, very true. Angela got the corn dogs in Aldi today.
Oh, nice one.
Excellent. Oh, Ivone, yes. We feel your pain. We can empathise. Lots of people.
We are very, very lucky in this country.
We are.
And we're very lucky that our supermarkets want to cater to us. We're very lucky.
We are. We are lucky in a lot of ways.
But do you know what? I think we'd be, because I've said this to Jason, I said, if everything was suddenly gone, vegan products, as in especially, so we still had vegan by default bread and vegan by default spread and stuff like that, and vegetables and rice and pasta and all of that. As long as I still had tofu, I think I'd be okay. I'm very glad that all of this stuff is there, and I will buy it and eat it and enjoy it and utilize it, but I would still be vegan. I wrote a post about it on Facebook a good few months ago and said if all I had was tofu and the default items, beans, legumes, I'd be fine.
Totally. 100% agree with you on that. 100% agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could eat rice 5 days a week. I'm not even joking.
Or noodles.
Rice and noodles, yeah. I mean, that would be the mainstay. And, chuck some beans in now and again and some salad and veggies, I'd be pretty happy. But yeah, we're lucky in a lot of ways. But, let's not forget that just like, equal rights, LGBTQ stuff, it's very easy for things to backtrack if the demand isn't there. So let's just hope that it continues onwards and upwards, as they say. Onwards and upwards. And as NA says, the UK vegan scene is really impressive compared to where I live here in Germany. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of German subscribers, NA. And, we particularly, I think it's fair to say, Aldi, really surprised that our Aldi here in England is completely different to Aldi's across Europe and in America. Just completely different in terms of what they stock.
David James, I'm going to highlight your comment because that's very interesting. He says, I don't think it's the word vegan. Well, it was in that case because it was just a box. There was nobody there. So it was the word vegan. That's exactly what the study was about. But he said, I don't think it's the word vegan. It's... Can you read it?
Yeah, I don't think it's the word vegan, at least in my experience. It's being called a murderer and being shouted at. I have cut down a lot on the amount of animal products I consume.
So who shouted at you and called you a murderer, David? And have you ever thought that if somebody's done that, they might have been having just a really bad moment where the horrific animal abuse that animals go through, even for a drop of milk in your coffee, was forefront in their mind, and you might have been a bit dismissive about it. So yeah, people do get passionate and angry, but again, nobody's words would ever stop me being vegan. So why would anyone's words stop you from being vegan? I don't get it. We're all full of excuses about, oh, vegans aren't nice, vegans shout at me, vegans are preachy, vegans are this, vegans are that. Vegans give a shit about the planet, and the planet is being destroyed, and a big, large part of that is animal agriculture. That's just one thing. Then you think about the suffering, the horrific suffering that the animals go through in animal agriculture. They don't ask to be bred or born and to live this life of servitude leading to horrific, brutal, terrified death. So yeah, we get a bit passionate sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say, we do ourselves like 95% of the time on the channel. We're pretty chill, we're pretty down to earth, we try to be very positive and encourage people. But there are rare occasions, because we are human, where we get really upset. We get really upset because we live in a world where every single day, because all vegans will say the same thing, or most of them, once your eyes are open, you can't close your eyes again after that. So every single day, once you've seen what you've seen and you've made the transition, you're now living in a world where your life every day is filled with cruelty, and you see it every single day. Normalized, yeah. Normalized cruelty. I hope that you can continue on your journey, keep switching stuff out, keep making changes, and hopefully get towards a fully cruelty-free, or as much as you can, lifestyle, you know.
But don't equate. You span what I said and said I don't think it's the word vegan, and then turned it into your own personal experience. Don't do that. What I was talking about was a study about the word vegan, and then you made that about your story. You could have just told us your story without trying to negate the study that I was citing. That's a bit rude.
Annoying but morally consistent says, yay, I finally caught a live. Hello from Canada. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Caroline's just asked, what does it taste like? It tastes like fried egg when you make it like fried egg, scrambled egg when you make it like scrambled egg. It tastes like crispy balls of beautiful flavoured fluffiness when you do crispy baked tofu. It tastes like whatever flavours and marinades you use when you do fried vegan steaks. It tastes like egg mayonnaise when you use some leftover vegan scramble with some raw tofu and some mayo. It tastes like so many or you mix it with some flour and you get, well, with some vital wheat gluten, and you can make it into turkey or chicken or beef or ham, or in my case I came up with a kebab meat, classic British doner kebab meat recipe based on Cat from 86 Eats turkey recipe. I did the basics that make the body of it, took out all the flavouring and added doner kebab flavouring. You can make it taste like whatever you want. Tofu is wonderful. If you'd have asked me that at the beginning of my journey 10 years ago and said, you're going to be into tofu one day, I would have said, don't be something stupid. Never, not a chance.
It's balmy, isn't it?
And here we are.
We've said that so many times over the last few years, haven't we?
Now I crave it.
Yeah. But the thing is, palates change. This is, you know what? I was saying this earlier on today, and let me just touch on this very briefly for a second. I'll try and keep it as succinct as possible. Human adaptability is our greatest strength, but also our greatest failing. So we are so quick to adapt to situations, to scenarios. The You Are What You Eat 4-part episode documentary, really, we watched that recently. Really good. It shows what can be achieved. We knew an awful lot of what was going to be in the documentary. We were there wasn't a huge amount in there that really surprised us, although we did really enjoy watching it. But the thing that was the most surprising was the change within such a short period of time, just 8 weeks, and then obviously the additional 4 weeks after that. But essentially, the monitoring period of 8 weeks is incredible. But also, it's our failing, because some of the people who struggle the most in society, you know, thinking about people who are homeless, people who are destitute and are really struggling, they also adapt incredibly quickly to the environment and the situation they're in, and kind of get used to that and can't really see a way out of it. So that's what I mean about it being like a bit of a double-edged sword. But we are incredibly adaptable creatures. It's one of our biggest strengths, and people choose not to. People choose not to because of the word vegan. It's kind of like Leanne said before, isn't it? You know, someone used the word vegan, so that made me not want to be vegan. I'm paraphrasing Leanne, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little bit of something I was thinking about earlier on today. It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? But we're adaptable and we can change. And that's always stuck with me from your dad. It's always stuck with me in terms of just change. We can change. We can all change. We can change the way we think. We can better ourselves. We can want better for the people around us and the animals on the planet. I'll echo that, Will. Yeah, I appreciate David being here and being interested. Absolutely, I do. And long may it continue.
Absolutely. I only got miffed because I'm human when all said and done, and when I'm citing a study that very clearly was about boxes of produce with words on them, it was about the word vegan. Yeah. But I would have been very interested for you to say, this happened to me once and it put me off a bit, but I'm still doing my thing, without saying, I don't think it's the thing you said. Yeah. I think it's this thing that I've personally experienced. I do find things like that really rude, extreme in everyday life, and I call people out for it all the time. Don't hijack what I said to say what you wanted to say, because it's rude.
The other thing to mention as well, like kind of partially linked to that, is that I think the difficulty in helping people onto the vegan journey is that as human beings, we all react and respond in different ways to different input and different stimulus. So what works for one person won't necessarily work for somebody else.
Absolutely.
And that's the difficult quandary with activism. And it even happens within the vegan community, the really pious, up their own backside vegans that are like calling out what is and isn't activism. Sadly, we do have that within our community. It's like, well, actually, we need as much different types of activism as possible, because different types appeal to different people to try and get them onto thinking, you know, about a vegan lifestyle. Yeah. Anywho, I want some more wine before we start to wrap things up.
Yes, let's have a little bit more and then we'll get off.
Yes, it's been lovely. We're not going just yet. We're gonna have a bit more wine, but it's been lovely. It's been a lovely chat. It's been nice to get into the thick of a few conversations as well, because sometimes it's quite light-hearted, but sometimes, you know, we get a bit deep and meaningful as well on the channel. Absolutely, Leanne. Yes, 100%. Activism can be small things. It all counts. It absolutely does.
Hi, Janice. My mum's Mark and Janice.
Mark and Janice.
My mum's fine. Thank you, my love. Made her a portion of gardener's pie this week and she smashed it. Whenever I do one now, I'm going to always try and do extra, because I do a big square thing for me and Jason to cut into 4, you know, and it does 2 dinners. And then I do a little one for her as well, because I know it's one of the only vegan things she eats.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, mister. Here you go. Oh, yeah, front, you've missed it all. Oh, there's been all sorts going on. All sorts. Thank you for being here. Thanks, Barbara. I loved it when just like people just put random comments, just random things. You guys are brill. Thank you.
I keep hearing a regular beeping.
Yeah.
Like as if someone's getting text messages.
It's not your work's phone, is it?
No, it's switched off. Switched it off this morning because I got about 12 calls in a row.
Could be next door. You never know.
Could be.
Thin walls.
Could be.
Yes.
Worth mentioning again, because I've mentioned it before, we do have a free ebook, Down to Earth Veganism, available from thoseveganguys.com or from our group on Facebook, which is linked in the description of every video and linked on our Instagram account, Linktree, which is all our links, Patreon and everything. You know, it's a good book. It's got some good recipes in there. It's got some good tips and tricks if you're new on this journey and you're wanting to stick with it. Check it out. It's free.
And thank you, Ivan, for your kind words. Greatly appreciated. And Anthony has an interesting and slightly humorous suggestion, but I don't think it would be something we would do because we're just not experts in any way, shape or form. Have you guys ever done a dedicated wine video? Would love to hear your top picks. Apologies if missed.
No, because can you imagine? No, by the end of it, like, I think the Pinot
This Shiraz is very nice. It's very, very nice. Yeah, we love our wine, but we are not experts by any means. We just know what we like.
Very cheap wine drinkers.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Like I said before, cheap and cheerful.
Yeah.
It's a badge we wear with pride. Have we tried the sandwich spread yet? We haven't tried it. The one we got from was it Lidl? Or was it Aldi? Sandwich spread that we got. Can't remember.
Oh, Cat says, started for January and vegan food is irritating my stomach. Way less than animal products. Another benefit I didn't expect. You know, there's a lot of people. Some people's skin issues clear up. Some people lose weight. Some people's stomach issues clear up. It can do some random things, can veganism.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't already seen it yet, and particularly those that are new, just want to say, those that are new, I would watch the documentary on Netflix. It's great.
Yeah, it's
particularly for newbies.
Jeanette, no, we haven't tried the sandwich spread yet. I'm very confused about it because it says it's sandwich spread and then says it's vegan tartar sauce.
It's weird.
It's like, I probably will try it at some point though, because I used to love sandwich spread. Used to love it.
Oh, got to share that from Sweet Pea.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's
brilliant. Sweet Pea, thank you so much for sharing that. That's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah.
Actually, Sweet Pea, I think we might be around the same. 30 years non-meat.
Yeah.
Because I was vegetarian for a long time before I was vegan. So, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Thank you for sharing that.
I love reading that. That's awesome. Vegan wine tasting. You know what? I'm starting to warm to this idea now. Or maybe like 10 drinks, 10 questions.
Oh, Leanne's dad has dropped dairy.
Oh, nice.
Brilliant.
Nice one, Leanne. That's brilliant. That's really, really good. We've got, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can't speak for America because the agricultural industry in America is a lot more powerful. It's huge and has got a lot of money. But I think in England, the Countryside Alliance and the dairy industry are terrified. They are on their knees. And I don't like relish in saying that. I don't relish in it. I don't want people to lose their jobs. There's a whole shit ton of farmers out there that could start growing mushrooms quite easily, you know, and diversify and adapt and get with the times. And that's kind of what they need to do because I've said it before and I'll say it again. The dairy industries, I think, is going to be the first to go.
Chris and Will and Chris, no, sandwich bread wasn't like crab paste. Crab paste was crab paste, wasn't it? Like beef paste or chicken paste. Sandwich bread was like tiny little bits, really tiny little bits of crispy vegetables in a creamy mayo style sauce that you spread on your sandwiches.
Oh dear. Confession from Tom. Purchased a pack of Tesco dark chocolate digestives Wednesday evening. They didn't last an hour. Purchased a replacement pack yesterday. They too didn't last an hour. They are lethal.
They are
Tom,
gorgeous though, aren't they?
how do you do it? I mean, I love them, but I couldn't eat a full packet in one sitting. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know it's like over a period of time, but
Half
still.
packet each. Is it just you, Tom, or did Victoria join you on this endeavour?
Oh, it just jumped. Okay, right, we're okay. We're all good.
Oh, Yvonne, February the 1st is my 3rd year vegan anniversary. 6 years not eating beef. Feel good. Oh. Been watching you two since the beginning of my vegan journey. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Yeah, Chris. I didn't like it, but I didn't like it back in the day before I was vegetarian or vegan. To be honest, just the thought of it, the sound of it, the name.
Vampire Jack, 25 years meat free, 15 years vegan. Look at us all.
Yes.
Dorcas, do you remember bloater paste? Oh no. Oh, was that like fish paste? Oh, shush now.
Oof, yeah. Nice, sweet pea.
What on God's green earth?
Well, you had to ask, didn't you? You had to ask. I thought it, but I didn't ask it. Oh, Will and Chris, by the way, just randomly, if you haven't already, you may have done. There's some new UAP stuff that's been dropped that's very interesting from 2018.
I allowed her a few.
Chris Letter, if you on the tubes, if you fancy checking it out.
No, let's stop talking about paste now.
Let's stop the conversation. Adam, just the 6 years meat free and 4 years vegan. That is awesome, mate. Absolutely awesome. Love it. There's a lot. Honestly,
that's a known fact, Catch.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the ingredient is in dairy that's a trigger for asthma, but you can actually Google that and find valid information on, from your National Health Service like we've got or whatever. It is a known irritant.
David's just downloaded the ebook. Nice one, David. That's awesome. Hope it helps. I'm sure it will. I can't take credit for it. Paul did all the work on the ebook. I can't take credit for any of it, but it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Right, shall we 5-minute call, guys? Give everyone a chance to say goodbye to each other, and we shall bring this to a close in a few minutes. And what are we going to do?
We'll either play a bit of Zelda, or we'll watch another episode of Picard, or play another game, or watch something else. Who knows? Who knows? Yes, it's been lovely as always. It's really nice to do these chilled live streams on a Friday, just in our lounge, having a drink, answering a few questions, and catching up with
having
us all.
A chat,
Yeah. It's always nice. But as we said right at the very start, for anybody who joined us a little bit late, next weekend is Sunday in the kitchen at 3 p.m. And the weekend after, we'll be back to the rotation again, Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So, yeah, do join us if you're able to. Always nice to catch up with you. And like we said, just chat. It's like fam.
Yeah. The next guaranteed time you will see us is Tuesday's Meals vlog. But you never know. If there might be a little something before then. It is Veganuary after all. On the comments on this video after we've ended it, because I'm going to end it with a question, where would you like us to do our next shopping vlog? And we'll have a look and see, like, how many people say Sainsbury's.
Yeah,
so
that'd be nice.
Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Asda, M&S.
But after. Not here, after in the comments.
After in the comments, because that'll help the video to get seen a bit more as well.
Some absolutely lovely comments, some lovely sharing and interactions this evening, like there always is with this brilliant community. here on YouTube. That vegan group over on Facebook, give that a shout out. That's our group on Facebook. If you want to go over there, answer the question honestly and stand by it, and you will be welcomed by the wonderful community over there as well.
Massive thank you to Ashley and Leanne for being here and helping us to mod tonight. Thank you to all of our channel members and our Patreons and all of you viewers who come along, have a chat with us, like the videos, share them, leave us a comment. It all means a heck of a lot, so thank you. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.